What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and the military section. So let's get started. So up first we have Basic from 2003, I believe, with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. Connie Nielsen as well, very good actress that I've always liked. Good movie. Next we have Behind Enemy Lines from 2001 with Owen Wilson and Gene Hackman. Not the best, but the plane crash sequence, the missile sequence is an awesome scene. And Owen Wilson is pretty admirable in this film. I enjoy it. Next we have Biloxi Blues from 1988 by Neil Simon with Matthew Broderick and Christopher Walken. Been a long time since I've seen this. Directed by Mike Nichols. Next we have Broken Arrow from 1996 with John Travolta and Christian Slater, Samantha Mathis as well, and Howie Long. I first saw this at a drive-in. It was a double feature with Independence Day when they both came out. I only saw half of this movie at the time, but I saw it later on. Directed by John Woo, lots of fun, good action movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Next we have Courage Under Fire, also from 1996 with Denzel Washington, Meg Ryan, Matt Damon, early performance by him. Yeah, very good film. Next we have Crimson Tide, of course, directed by Tony Scott from 1995 with Denzel and Gene Hackman. Great film, love submarine movies, and this is one of the best. Next we have the Delta Force from 1985, I believe, with Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin. Just a awesome film. I absolutely love this movie, probably my favorite Chuck Norris movie. Next we have A Few Good Men from 1992, a great film by Rob Reiner, of course, with Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, and Demi Moore. Next we have G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra from just a few years ago, 2008, I believe. Yeah, not great, but I enjoyed it. Some good action scenes. I thought, what's the name, Sienna Miller was good in this. You've got Channing Tatum, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one, Retaliation. The trailer looks pretty cool. Next we have The General's Daughter from 1999. We've got the Canadian version here with John Travolta and Madeline Stowe. Pretty good film. Timothy Hutton and James Cromwell are in it as well, along with James Woods. Yeah, really underrated film, actually. Next we have Green Zone on Blu-ray from 2010 with Matt Damon, film directed by Paul Greengrass. Yeah, really enjoyed this, about how we got into the war with Iraq, of course, the search for WMDs. Yeah, very interesting, especially since I just saw Zero Dark 30 today. Next we have Heart's War from 2002, a very good film with Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell. A lot of Bruce Willis, Denzel, Gene Hackman, John Travolta in this update. Next we have The Hunt for Red October from 1990, my favorite of the Tom Clancy based films. Sean Connery, of course, is the submarine captain, and Alec Baldwin playing Jack Ryan. Almost forgot the character's name. Absolutely love this film. Great supporting cast. We got Scott Glenn, James Earl Jones, Sam Neill. The last 45 minutes is some of my favorite filmmaking of the 90s, directed by John McTiernan, one of his best films. Next we have K-19, The Widowmaker from 2002 with Harrison Ford and Liam Neeson. If you sort of disregard the quite horrible Russian accents, this is a very good film. Of course, set on a Russian submarine, and a nuclear meltdown. Very good film. Next we have The Kingdom from 2005, one of the decent films made about the war on terror with Jamie Foxx, Chris Cooper, Jennifer Garner. Lots of great action scenes. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. Okay, next we have The Last Castle from 2001. Very good film with Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, Mark Ruffalo, and Delroy Lindo. James Gandolfini is really good in this as the warden at a military prison that Robert Redford, a decorated vet, is sent to. Good movie. Next we have Men of Honor from 2000 with Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr. About Navy divers. Very good performances by De Niro and Cuba Gooding. Next we have the Missing in Action trilogy. Missing in Action from 1984, probably my second favorite Chuck Norris film. Great sort of Vietnam-based action movies. And the two sequels, Missing in Action 2, The Beginning, and Missing in Action 3, Braddock! I just always say Braddock like that because the villain in this film like shouts Braddock the whole time. I absolutely love it. Okay, moving on, we have An Officer and a Gentleman from 1982 with Richard Gere, Deborah Winger, and Louis Gossett Jr. Brilliant performance by him. Great film from the 80s. Okay, next we have The Presidio from 87, I believe, or 89. I might get that wrong. Let me check. 88. I was either side of it. Yeah, very good film from the late 80s with Sean Connery and Mark Harmon. Okay, moving on. We have Proof of Life from 2000. Yeah, pretty decent film with Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. A lot of late 90s, early 2000s, these movies. Next we have Rules of Engagement from 2000 with Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson. Really good sort of courtroom drama investigating sort of the mass murder of a bunch of protesters in, I believe it takes place in Yemen. Something like that. Very good film. Very good performances. Next we have Sniper from 1993 with Tom Berenger and Billy Zane. I know there's a number of sequels, none of which I have seen. Next we have Stealth from 2005 with Josh Lucas, Jessica Biel, and Jamie Foxx. Pretty ridiculous special effects and performances, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm not gonna lie. Next we have Stop Loss from 2008. Really very underrated film with Ryan Phillippe, Channing Tatum, Abby Cornish, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt about returning Iraqi veterans who don't want to be sent back, but because of the shortage of available troops, that's just the way it goes. Very good movie. Next we have Stripes, the 1981 comedy classic, of course, with Bill Murray, John Candy. Who else is in this? Harold Ramis, of course. Yeah, just a classic. Next we have Taps, also from 1981. Absolutely love this film. Great young cast. You've got Tom Cruise, Sean Penn, Timothy Hutton, and the late great George C. Scott. Great film about a bunch of young cadets who take over their military school. Yeah, really good film. Next we have Tears of the Sun from 2004, I believe, with Bruce Willis and Monica Bellucci. Brilliant action scenes. Absolutely love this film. It's hard to watch in parts, but great movie directed by Antoine Fuqua. Next we get on to the obvious choice for the music for this video, and that is 1986's Top Gun. Classic Tony Scott, of course. Jerry Bruckheimer production with Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis, Val Kilmer, Anthony Edwards, Tom Skerritt. Just brilliant. I absolutely love Top Gun. I must have seen it over 100 times when I was younger. And I did a review for Top Gun for the Movie Reviewers 100 for Tony Scott Week. I'll put a link to that video in the description down below if you want to check that out. Next we have Tropic Thunder from 2008. Very funny spoof comedy with Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Robert Downey Jr. And Tom Cruise absolutely steals the show, and his performance is very funny. And last but not least, you gotta have a Universal Soldier film in the collection, and the only one I have is the original from 1992, of course, with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. I actually haven't seen any of the sequels. Never really had the desire to, but I love the first one, directed by Roland Emmerich. So that is the military section. Thank you for watching as always. Up next will be the music section, which is musicals and movies about music. So until next time, I'll see ya.